Guys, I am tired of losing points against this small club. I'm so fed up. It's unbelievable, man. Okay, so, anyways, hello and welcome to the Madrid Footy channel. My name is Victor, and today we'll discuss the match against Atletico that went down yesterday. The game was about 12 hours ago, as for making this video, so I have to be honest, I'm still disappointed in the result. Before the match started, we all knew that Mbappe and Camavinga are not going to play, and we also know how difficult it is to play the Metropolitano. This is the biggest game after all for the season for Atletico Madrid, and this is their Champions League final basically. And of course, they will create problems for us. Let's also not forget that they improved their squad and they're now even stronger than last season. Additionally, Barcelona lost a game yesterday against Osasuna, and considering all of this, I was actually happy to take the draw before the match started. But now, after the game is finished, I feel like we were the team to lose the 2 points and we really should have won this game. The game started exactly as expected and Atleti brought the usual intensity. They were the first team to create a chance with Julian Alvarez breaking through our right flank and getting a shot off from a tight angle, which was easily saved by Courtois. After that, we established control over the game, and while the match was quite uneventful due to Simeone's boring defensive tactics, we were the team to sit more comfortable on the pitch and periodically create some chances. Valverde, Modric and Bellingham were running an absolute masterclass in the midfield. Vinicius was slowly improving with every minute and starting to cook. Rodrigo was finding himself on the end of some great chances and got very close to scoring. All of this led to a brilliant set piece executed by Modric, which left Vini isolated against Rodrigo de Paul, and he absolutely scorched that clown. Crossed it to Militao, who banged a monstrous shot at the back of the net. After that, Atletico's pathetic racist fans started throwing objects at our players, mainly at Courtois, and led the game to being stopped for about 20 minutes, which in my opinion was actually very helpful for Atletico because the momentum was actually on our side at the moment. It was really disgusting to look at, and it's unbelievable that they still let their Nazi ultras into the stadium. Like, for example, look at Real Madrid and Barcelona, who have banned their most extreme ultra groups years ago because they were harming the image of the clubs. It's unbelievable that they'll probably now get away with some small fine, and that will be it, despite putting the players in danger and also directly influencing the end result of the game by ruining the momentum. Now, back to the game, and Atletico started pushing to get an equalizer, but to be honest, it really felt like they were not going to score even if we played for 5 more hours. They were not looking dangerous at all, and this is when I feel like Ancelotti made the first mistake. Maybe because of the lack of danger, he decided that 1-0 will be enough, and that we can just defend that lead. I really don't know, but he decided to bring the team back and not do any subs until very late. We were defending with 10 men and only Vini was up front waiting for a potential counter-attack, which never happened. Atletico were there for the taking, wounded, opened up, and just waiting for us to finish them. Despite this, we never really tried to attack. Ancelotti's substitutes, in my opinion, were terrible. As soon as Lucas Vazquez came on for Modric, I was already confused. Why would you do that, especially when you have Arda Güler on the bench? The following subs were even worse, as at the end, we ended up having 4 fullbacks on the pitch, which meant 6 defenders in total. In theory, you can say that this should be fine in the last 5 minutes of added time, but it was totally disrupting of our line, and at the end we managed to get punished for it. Subbing Endrick in was fine, but subbing Vinicius out for that was very strange, because you remove your best attacker and then you just accept that you'll most likely not score another goal. At the end, what happened, and like usual, Atletico ruined our mood for probably a whole week. After the final whistle, they reminded everyone what a small club they are, by jumping and dancing with their fans, celebrating a draw as if they won the Champions League, despite being behind us in the table, and despite missing a chance to get back in the title race. Now, before I conclude the video, I want to go through some player ratings from the match. So I give Courtois a 7 because he had a very good game overall. He made decent saves when he was needed, and there was nothing really he could have done to prevent the goal. I give Rudiger a 6. His game was alright, but at the end of the day was his mistake that led to the goal, even though the mistake was quite small. Militao gets an 8 because he had a good game and he scored a brilliant goal, which was 3 minutes away from being the winner. Carvajal, in my opinion, deserves a 7 because actually there is not really much here to say. He had decent defending and decent passing, but I think like he should have done a bit more in the attack. Mendy, I give a 6 because he had a decent defensive game, especially in the first half, but he had some bad passing in the second half. Chouameni, I give a 4. For me, that was a bad performance, and at times he seemed completely lost. I really need much more from him, and he has not been great this season so far. Modric gets an 8, absolute masterclass at 39 years old. Run the midfield with 100% pass completion, vintage. I give Valverde a 9. He was our best player and the man of the match. I don't think Atletico had any time to breathe because of him. I think he's our best player this season so far. For Bellingham, I rate him a 7. He had a very good game. He was one of our best players in the pitch, but I wish to see him do a bit more in the attack because I know he can. Vinicius also gets a 7. He had a quiet game, but he had some good plays and provided the assist as soon as he managed to get a 1v1 situation. Rodrigo also gets a 7 because he didn't do much in the attack and probably should have converted at least one of his chances, but he helped a lot in defense and he worked very, very hard. The substitutes came in too late for ratings, but I just want to talk about that Endrick shot a little. Don't blame the kid. Bellingham was about 10 meters behind him, and the shot wasn't even that bad at all. He'll get better. And for Carlo Ancelotti, I also give a 7 because despite the frustrating substitutes and decisions at the end, he did keep Atletico quiet for most of the game. Simeone had to change his tactics and formation like 5 times and it was still no result. And let's be honest, if Rudiger was just 2 centimeters behind at the end, their goal would have been offside and we would have won the 3 points. And after that, we're obviously having much more different conversations. Overall, a very frustrating result, but at least Barcelona lost the day before, which makes it a little bit better. And we also looked better than last season on that stadium, despite Atletico improving their squad. So I think there is some things to be happy about. And yeah, that will be for today. Thank you all for watching. Subscribe and like for more. And I wish you all the best and take care. Hala Madrid.